Okay, guys, this is something I've wanted to do for quite a while. This is actually Operation Fishy Rescue. These are most likely trout, brown trout, rainbow trout. That's what we usually see here. The occasional bass, but most likely they're trout. And unfortunately, over the past few years, this river that was once thriving has slowly got drier and drier, and this year it's actually dried out at this current moment. And these little pools that are still fed by, underground water have become very, very, very shallow. I don't know if you can see, but I mean, it's not even maybe an inch deep at the most. And unfortunately, it makes the fish a very easy target for the birds. As we see, we got feathers. All the big fish that were in this little pool are gone now. But we did manage to save those guys. And I'm actually going to bring them downstream a little ways to a pool, a deeper pool that is still got water in it. Unfortunately, I'm wearing sandals, which makes this a really crappy walk. But, so as you can see, it's pretty well dry. People have tried damming this up with no success, because unless you fully well understand and know how to dam things up, it's just not going to work if you try to pile up a bunch of rocks and throw some sand on it. And unfortunately, this is another problem. Garbage. Mainly glass, plastic bags, and clothes remnants. I generally come down here daily and clean this river out. But no matter how much you do, there's always stuff you haven't seen or stuff that's come down during the rains or when some water does run. I checked the other couple pools, little pools that we've had, but unfortunately those are all dry. And this is a really, really sad thing. 20 years ago, this river was up to its banks at all times and actually would overflow, especially after winter runoff. Now, we're lucky to have a trickle a lot of the times, to the point that I'm actually considering relocating these fish, as they're not going to be able to make it to wherever they go from here. But most of this, I'm sorry to say, is probably because of something we did, and not so much because nature just doesn't want to. And as you can see, there's still some parts that have little bits of water, but that's not enough to sustain them. Now, to make this easier, I'm gonna finally get out of the riverbed. So I think I'm gonna try and keep a little diary. This is some of the stuff I've pulled out of the river already today. And just document to see what happens with these fish, because even unfortunately this little pool isn't going to sustain them, especially once the fish get bigger. Again, they either die off because there's not enough food, or unfortunately the birds get them. So I'm going to show you the pool really quick and let these guys go with their friends, most likely family, but so it's just a really unfortunate thing. So Operation Fishy Rescue is almost complete, and this is the last remaining deep little pool. It's not even 4 feet across by 2 feet or so. Unfortunately, you probably can't really see the other fish due to the glare, but here's your new home for now, guys. And it actually looks like the bread that I put in here a little while ago has been eaten up. And I had to relocate a little crayfish that I found, because that was another thing we had a lot of. But so I will keep you guys updated.